Coming up on Jersey Sports Zone, stay hydrated because we've got great high school football action from all around the state.
This is Alex Lorenzo from the campus of Delbarton, the Green Wave hosting St. Joseph Regional. We saw 6 first-half touchdowns. St. Joe's putting on a show on Saturday afternoon. All the highlights coming up on Jersey Sports Zone.
I'm Courtney DuPont reporting from Princeton, New Jersey, where the Stellar Thunder out of Oakland, California, made a trip across the country to play in Princeton against the Hunt School Raiders. At the half, QB Patrick Hawley has thrown 3 touchdowns. Check out those highlights and more coming up on Jersey Sports Zone.
This is Neri Rodriguez in Hamilton, where Nottingham, with the help of their run game, was able to hold off rival Hopewell Valley in this West Jersey Football League matchup.
I'm Mike Frankel in Kearney's Point for a matchup between Pennsgrove and Haddon Heights. It may be early in the season, but this one could go a long way in terms of South Jersey Group 1 playoff positioning. We'll have all the highlights for you coming up in just a bit.
I'm Rich Crampanis. Welcome to JerseySportsZone.com. This is our Saturday Week 2 football highlight show. If you're new to our product, thanks so much for taking the time to check us out. We do great high school football action in all sports all around New Jersey. We are going to get started with a fantastic matchup up north. It is St. Joe's Montvale at Delbarton kicking off our Week 2 Saturday coverage. Look at this campus at Delbarton. Absolutely gorgeous. That's the Athenian Garden. Nice. St. Joseph Regional paying a visit to the Green Wave. First play from scrimmage. Delbarton opportunistic. The loose ball recovered by Trey Zagomic. But St. Joe's would get the ball right back because Miles Lanou goes to the air. It's picked off by Jaden Butka. Green Knights take over near midfield. And then it's time for the Pitt Panther connection to get going. Nick Patty to Matt Alimo. He lowers his shoulder. Get out of his way. Yikes. 13-yard touchdown. 7-0. St. Joe's in front. Another turnover created by this great defense. Michael Marto off the tip. He returns it to the 40-yard line. St. Joe's is back in business. 4th and 5, Nick Patty. The QB keep, that's great elusiveness right there. Great awareness to battle for the first down. The drive stays alive. And Patty would finish off the deal. Good push by the line. Look at that hole right there. Man, good stuff. Patty finds the zone. That makes it 14-0. And then here's Jaden Butka. A 28-yard run. So many versatile weapons on this St. Joe's offense, including this great two-way player. Patty to Evan Stewart. Oh, that is a collision and a half. Stewart making a statement. We take another look. He's tough to tackle. 21-0 St. Joe's. Don't forget Evan Stewart will be playing defense in college, and he can bring the physical play on that end as well. That ball pops out. Wow. Justin Malvasia with the recovery. And look at this job by the O-line. Plenty of time for Patty to throw, and he fires to Alimo. 30-yard touchdown. It's 28-0 in the second. And Patty really showed his wares in this game. This ball is gorgeous. NFL film style. That was a touchdown for James Ciarlo for 34 yards. That made it 35-0. And we close things out with one more great play by the D. Jaden Butka, his second pick of the game. That is a pick six. 42-0 St. Joe's at the half. The Green Knights go on to a 48-0 win over Delbarton. So St. Joe Montvale, after losing last week to St. John's in D.C., they are back on track. That is an understatement. They have a bye next week and then get ready for the showdown in Oradell with Bergen Catholic coming up on September the 30th. Nick Patty with 4 touchdown passes, Matt Alima with 2 TDs, and you saw Jaden Butka's 2 picks, including 1 to the house. At Morristown High School, the Colonials hosting Randolph in a rivalry game. We picked this one up at the start of the 4th, tied at 14 apiece. And this is Jake Buckner going to the air to Matthew McNally. McNally's got it. Out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Morristown with a chance to take the lead in the 4th. And it's Buckner calling his own number. Tough run here, ruled down at the 1-yard line. But Buckner would be able to cash in as he finds the zone from a yard out. Morristown has a 21-14 lead, 10:05 to go in the 4th quarter. The Colonials defense then comes up with a big play. El Amin Bashir gets into the backfield for the tackle. That stalls the drive. And it's time for the Randolph defense to step up in a big way. We've got a fumble. Zane Aschenbrenner with the recovery. The Rams take over with great field position. It's time for Randolph quarterback Justin Suarez to get going. He's able to move the chains with the first down pass here. And Randolph is on the move. Suarez to Nick Walmart. Walmart evades tacklers. Walmart is in the zone. 20-yard scoring play. We're tied up at 21 apiece. 4:13 to go in the ball game. Morristown then goes to the air. Buckner over the top to Jason Jones. He's got it. That's good for 28 yards. Then it's Jameel King on the outside. King goes 17 yards. He gets pushed out of bounds. Morristown with 3 minutes to go with a chance to take the lead. But on 3rd and 15, this is a critical play in the game. The Randolph defense comes up big. Steve Venensack comes up with the sack. Morristown is forced to punt it away. And here comes Randolph stepping up big in clutch time. Suarez to Joe Buttafuoco. Buttafuoco all the way down to the 7-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go. The clock is rolling. 14 seconds to go. This is your game winner. Justin Suarez up the gut. That is clutch. 28-21 Randolph. Morristown has just a precious few ticks to try and force overtime, but the Rams defense is able to finish the job. And you see the excitement as Randolph picks up the victory by 7 over Morristown. 28-21 is your final. That's a fantastic ball game played by both teams. Randolph improves to 2-1 on the season. The Colonials now 0-2. Suarez up the gut with just 14 seconds left, proves to be the game winner. And after the game, our Alex Lorenzo got post-game reaction from the victorious Randolph Rams.
Stay positive, you know. Last week we were really upset in the locker room. We came out here all fired up. It was just great. I loved it. We were a good team. We're going to have good experiences later on, and I'm just so proud. Man, defense has been stepping up all year. Last year, you know, Coach Nahan does a really good job with the guys, and I'm just so proud of them. You know, they helped us win the game.
It's typical Randolph Morristown. I've been here for 31 years, and it's never been any different. From 87 through 2017, it's always been a war, and we know that coming in. It's going to be hot. Morristown is one of the toughest teams in the conference physically. They're well coached, and we knew what to expect, and I think our kids really stepped up. They took the challenge because they know it's a rivalry game for us, and I couldn't be more proud of their effort.
Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of Marlboro is being brought to you by Hit Training. In the Shore Conference, what a game between the Marlboro Mustangs and Pinelands. The Wildcats came to play on Saturday afternoon. Evan Burton right side. He gets to that edge and he is gone. 70 yards for the touchdown. Pinelands jumps out to a 7-0 lead in the first quarter. Now this Pinelands offensive line, you cannot believe these numbers. Look at these big beef eaters. 355, 370, 300. And I'll tell you, this Pinelands team, I'm trying to describe this offense. You know, they're on exit 58. They're like in the woods. This is like what happens if you get lost in the woods. And every once in a while, someone kind of pops out. Man, that was awesome. That is what Pinelands was doing consistently, establishing the ground game with that big offensive line. They're like big, huge trees. And Pinelands was playing awesome in the first. Here is Burton again. Evan Burton, how does he escape those tackles? That is an incredible touchdown. 20 yards, 14-0 Wildcats. So now Marlboro, reeling a little bit, turns to their big play capability. Kyle Moore throws a nice ball, and this is Justin Marcus. Go and get it. 53-yard gain, but the drive would stall. Marcus was a catalyst in the first half for Marlboro. He got it done on both sides of the ball here. The interception for Justin Marcus. And the senior wide receiver was trying to do everything he could to carry his team back into the game. Here's Moore again, another bullet and another great catch by Justin Marcus. Late in the first half, Marlboro looking to get on the scoreboard, but this defensive play here by Dylan Bastian, he causes the fumble, drive stalls at the half, 14-0 Pinelands in front. Third quarter trouble for the Wildcats, the turnover there. Raheem Bolden gets the fumble recovery, and now Marlboro will turn to its workhorse. This is Johnny Health. Had a lot of highlights of this great young man last year. He's coming right at you. 30 yards for the score. It's 14-7. The Mustangs are feeling it. And Johnny Health looked like he was going to take this game over. Here is Health again. Little stiff arm right there. Health is in the paint. Second touchdown for Johnny Health. 20 yards out. We're tied up at 14 apiece. Pinelands really slowed down in the second half. They had a lot of fatigue issues and a lot of turnovers. This is a pick here by Malik Carey. And it sets the stage for Marlboro to take the lead. Fourth quarter, Johnny Health's third touchdown makes it 20-14 with 5:47 to go. It looked like Pinelands was done. 4th and 6, last gasp. But look at this. Andrew Bartlett to Joey Parkinson. Wow. Unbelievable pass play here. Parkinson down to the 13-yard line. That's a gain of 60 yards. And it would lead to this. Brennan Richardson. What a job by that O-line. Richardson in the zone. It's 20-20. And Pinelands can take the lead with the extra point, but it's blocked. Matthew Budvite comes up with it, 2:39 to go, 20-20 football game. And it looked like Marlboro was going to drive for the game-winning score in Pinelands territory. 4th and short. The Pinelands defense comes up big in the final minute. They get the ball back. Overtime? Evan Burton does something amazing. Keeps his balance. Burton played in the boiling heat on two sides, and he came up with a huge play, one of the biggest in the state. 28.6 seconds to go, 62 yards for Evan Burton. There's just a little bit of time left for Marlboro to force OT. Marcus comes down with another huge catch. Justin Marcus with over 100 yards receiving at the 28-yard line, but time is ticking down, and Pinelands would not be denied. Nick Carmona with the sack. Moore would throw an incomplete pass in the end zone, and the Wildcats of Pinelands get their first win of 2017. You see how fired up they are. 27-20 is your final. What a football game in Marlboro. Congratulations to Matt Fuller, who picked up his first win as the Pinelands head football coach, and his message is really resonating with his kids, as we found out in the post-game celebration.
Congratulations. That's the way you row the boat. That's the way you row the boat. All right? Hey, we fought back and we finished. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. You guys did awesome.
It was an amazing feeling. All my coach told me to do is keep our heads up and finish the game. And that's what my team did. It wasn't all about me. It was the team. And I'm blessed to be with a team like this, and I'm so happy to go away with the win.
There were countless guys that were leaving the field with cramps. How did you find the will as a team to persevere and come back and win?
We just dug deep. Just like Coach Fuller said, we rowed the boat. That's all we have to do. And we kept our heads up. We go into the second half up 14, and we're down 7, and we just kept rowing the boat. That's all I gotta say.
Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of the Hun School is being brought to you by Princeton Orthopedic Associates. Let's go to Princeton, where we get our first look at the Hun School facing an interstate foe. Stellar Prep came from the Oakland, California area, and they found out that Hun is one of the best teams around on the East Coast. This is Pat Holly with the 25-yard touchdown pass. Preston Parsons comes down with it. That was awesome. It deserves another look. Man, that is great extension. 7-0 Hun in front. Holly was so good in this game. He made just one mistake here, the interception by Stellar Prep at the 20-yard line, but it did not slow down the Hun School. Big trouble here on the snap. It's Jabini Saga with the sack in the end zone, put 2 points on the board. A safety for Hun makes it 9-0, and Holly was able to mix and match his receivers. Josh Henderson, see ya. 60 yards for the touchdown, makes it 15-0. We get a look at Jackson Barletta getting some snaps at QB. Barletta on the move. Great run here. And it would lead to Malcolm Brunson finding the end zone from 5 yards out. Hun takes a 21-0 lead. Holly is on his way to play Ivy League football at Harvard. This was a very smart play. Josh Zott, 32 yards to make it 27-0. And the Hun School rolls on to a 48-0 win over Stellar Prep. Pat Holly threw for 350 yards and 5 touchdown passes. The Hun School is 2-0 on the season. They have a 24-game win streak. They are one fun team to watch, and we want to thank Princeton Orthopedic Associates for allowing us to show not only great high school football all around Mercer County, but great prep school football as well. The Hun School, impressive on Saturday afternoon. Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of Hopewell Valley and Nottingham is being brought to you by Princeton Orthopedic Associates.
Thanks, Rich. The last few years, Nottingham and Hopewell Valley have faced off in some pretty close games, and it has been the North Stars who have come out on top. After a slow first half, they were able to find their way to the end zone with the help of their running attack. Hopewell Valley visiting Nottingham in this muggy warm weather matchup. A pair of field goals made by Nottingham were the only points through the first 2 quarters. Opening drive for the North Stars. Deontay Nicholson heard the trumpets, and he's off to the races with this long touchdown run. I'm sweating just watching. Nottingham goes for the 2-point conversion, and they get it. 14-0, 10 remaining in the third. Hopewell's first drive of the second half. Jack Demoreski is stopped by Nemdi Ike on 3rd down. Chain gang's going to have to be called out on this one. And it's short. They decide to go for it, and no dice. North Stars force a turnover on downs. That's just good situational football. A couple plays later, Nottingham hands off the football, and it's a fumble. Hopewell gets the ball back. After a defensive holding penalty, Demoreski puts together a couple good throws on this drive. Then Derek Williams smells blood as he comes up with this big-time interception. Let's take another look. Wow. Right place, right time. Bulldogs get the ball back, and Nemdi Ike is there once again with the sack. And maybe it's the extra bagel he had this morning, because he gets the fumble a few plays later. Fourth quarter, Nottingham trying to put this one away, and Deontay Nicholson once again with a nice run to make it 21-0 after the extra point with just 10 remaining. Hopewell isn't going out like that, though. Russell England hauls in the throw from Jack Demoreski to put a TD on the board with under 2 remaining. Bulldogs go for the onside kick, but North Stars recover. Victory play for Nottingham, and they hold on to win it. 21-7 is your final. A pair of touchdowns from Deontay Nicholson and great play from Nemdi Ike were the deciding factors in this one. Hopewell Valley is 0-7 against the North Stars since 2004. Always a good game between these two, though. The Bulldogs have come close, especially in 2013, when Nottingham handed them their only loss during their Central Jersey Group 3 title-winning season, and last year's game that ended 28-22. Nottingham will take on Ewing next week. For Jersey Sports Zone, I'm Neri Rodriguez.
Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of Point Boro is brought to you by Tech Art Builders and Twin Boro All-Shore. We go back to the Shore Conference. The Lacey Lions hosting the Panthers of Point Pleasant Boro. A clash of Wildcats on the gridiron. Both teams looking for a second win on the young season. and Point Boro gets right to work. This is James Farah on the option keep. 28 yards for the score, 7-0 Panthers in front. Farah is one of the best running quarterbacks in the Shore Conference, no question about it. Here, check out this run. The juke move right there, and then get ready for this. It looks like Eric Green's got him. Shakes another tackle. See you later. 82 yards for James Farah. 13-0 Point Pleasant Boro with the lead in the second quarter. The Boro defense was relentless. Anthony Tobia stuffed for a loss on 3rd and 4. And now, late in the first half, this is some serious time management. After the punt, the Panthers take over in Lacey territory, just under a minute to go. 3rd and 6, it's Farah with the first down run to the 14. There's only 7.5 seconds left. Next play, Jason Garisi with the sack. Timeout. There's 1 second left on the clock. And boy, is Point Boro going to make this second count, because Farah goes to the air. Brandon Cipriano, that is an unbelievable catch. Oh my goodness. 24 yards, that'll be a top play nominee. At the half, 20-0 Point Pleasant Boro, and Cipriano closes out a dominating effort with this marvelous run. Weaving around, Brandon Cipriano goes 68 yards for the touchdown, and Point Pleasant Boro impresses. 27-0 is your final. Brandon Cipriano had 5 carries for 90 yards, and Point Pleasant Boro is going to be the team to beat in B South. They've got a great football team, and James Farah puts on a show whenever our cameras are there. Point Pleasant Boro pitches a shutout on the road. 27-0 is your final. Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of Holmdel is being brought to you by BCB Bayshore, your community bank. The Holmdel Hornets on the road, non-shore matchup against Spotswood. The Hornets had a tough loss last week to Monmouth Regional. Good opening drive for the Chargers. Nick Vincelli makes it 7-0 Spotswood in front, but it was all Holmdel after that. This is Dean Gallo, and Gallo is able to get to the second level after breaking that tackle. Great run by Dean Gallo all the way down to the 20-yard line, and it sets up the equalizer for the Hornets. Jeff DeChico keeps it himself. DeChico, 7 yards for the score. We've got a 7-7 game. How about great special teams play by Holmdel High? Coach Reynes has got to love this. The block punt and the scoop and score from Nick Fanzini. Great awareness by Fanzini. He takes it 40 yards, 14-7 Holmdel, and the Hornets never look back. DeChico, real comfortable running the football here. He goes right side. Good speed by DeChico. 17 yards makes it 21-7. So with the run game firmly established, now DeChico can throw it around the pitch. He's got a great target. Alex Galarza, yards after the catch, impressive. He's in the zone, 28-7, Holmdel in front. The Hornets D after that opening drive really buckled down. Johnny Christian with the ankle tackle right there. Here's DeChico looking left, throwing right. Like that look right there. Galarza once again is gone. 53 yards for Alex Galarza. And Holmdel is having themselves a day. Johnny O'Byrne over the middle. This is a 22-yard touchdown. And what an effort by the Holmdel Hornets. 45-7 is your final. And there's every reason to be excited if you're a Holmdel fan. This team was 2-8 last year. They have already matched their win total in September. Tall task next week for Holmdel. They'll play host to Rumson Fairhaven. But this team has shown that it is without a doubt improved. Great win for Holmdel. 45-7 winners at Spotswood.
I'm SNJ Today's Mike Frankel for JerseySportsZone.com. It's a Saturday showdown between Pensgrove and Haddon Heights. Some major South Jersey Group 1 power points could be on the line between the Garnets and the Red Devils.
The Red Devils come out in the spread formation looking to throw. Kayvon Lewis gets some major air under this one, and Tyreek Brown makes the catch in double coverage. Brown ruled down at the 1-yard line. That's a perfect spot for senior running back Samaj Moore, 230 pounds of force barreling into the end zone. Add a 2-point conversion, and it's 8-zip Red Devils. Later in the first, Lewis looking for his favorite target on the outside. Brown makes the one-handed catch for a touchdown. Tyreek Brown with his first score of the day, and he's only warming up. Pensgrove swarming on defense as well. Mackay Scott storms in for the sack. Scott and company making life miserable for that Garnet's offense. Brown doing the same to the Haddon Heights defense. This time, the junior gets the call on the ground. Tyreek Brown throwing defenders away as he charges 40 yards for another touchdown. 22-0 Red Devils after one. Second quarter, back to the air as Lewis goes to Brown one more time. Tyreek Brown having his way with Haddon Heights. 69-8 the final. 5 first-half touchdowns for Brown, plus a kickoff return for a score to start the second half. Pensgrove improves to 2-0. Haddon Heights will have to regroup at 1-1. We head to Pine Hill now, where Overbook squares off against Woodstown. The Rams fired up and looking for their first win of the season. First quarter, Overbook leads 7-0 when quarterback Xavier Martin takes off on the keeper. Martin is in there for his second touchdown of the game. 14-zip Rams after one. Second quarter, the Wolverines battle back. Marquis Walls on the pitch. Walls finds the seam and scoots in from 12 yards out. Woodstown makes it a 7-point ball game. But the Rams stretch that lead again before halftime. Martin with all kinds of time to throw. Going deep for DeJuan Wright, and the sophomore grabs it and hangs on. A 50-yard touchdown strike from Martin to Wright to make it 21-7 Overbook at the break. Third quarter, and the Wolverines will not go away. Jamison Taylor on the carry. Taylor into the open field, and look out. The sophomore running back sprints 88 yards all the way in for a touchdown. Woodstown right back in the game at 21-14. But the Rams bust out a big play of their own in the fourth. Eric Riley with the football. Riley bouncing to the near sideline, and he is gone. The senior breaks off an 84-yard touchdown run to finally put Woodstown away. 27-14 the final. Xavier Martin, 2 scores on the ground and 1 in the air to help Overbook improve to 1-1. Woodstown falls to 0-2. I'm Mike Frankel for JerseySportsZone.com.
If we haven't had highlights of your favorite team yet, don't worry, you're on the list. Jersey Sports Zone is supported by our incredible sponsors. Every time we gain a new sponsor, we get a chance to showcase more great high school sports here in New Jersey. Coming up on Sunday, you want to come back here to JerseySportsZone.com. We have got an incredible reel of the top plays captured by our cameras. Cast your vote for that. The winner will be honored at our statewide football banquet in December. And don't forget, game ball voting all around the state. It was so great to visit so many practices last week honoring top performers. We'll do it once again. Check it out and cast your vote. For our team at Jersey Sports Zone, Rich Crampanis, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next weekend with more high school football right here on JerseySportsZone.com. Want to see highlights and features from your favorite school? Jersey Sports Zone is entirely supported by our great sponsors. Email marketing@JerseySportsZone.com to get your business in front of our loyal audience and highlights from your hometown.